What is up, viewers, trolls, and hairs? This is Pal here, and today I want to give you guys a neat little topic that I've been thinking about. And sorry, I am a little sick, and still, yeah. And I kind of want to talk about. It's kind of almost a response to Jelly Turtle. I mean, I was making this video that I looked at my sub box, and I saw his video. I'm like, wow, this is really similar to mine, but nonetheless, it isn't the same. But I like to make it in response to his video also. And the topic I want to talk about is when you were younger, you thought about being older. When you're older, you think about being younger. The time that you were younger, at least. And this is, I find this very true. Like, this quote really hits me in the heart, man. It really rings a bell for me because I remember, man, I remember when I was in elementary school and middle school. Like, those were probably the most fun times of my life. I mean, what I mean by fun is like the just kind of like the primitive sense of being enjoyable. Like, I know when I become older, there's gonna be a lot more things that are a lot more fun and a lot more, you know, I guess gratuitous. But anyway, I just thought elementary school and middle school were probably the most fun times of my life, the least stressful too. It's like pretty much it's like, oh, you got a spelling check. It's like, oh yeah, I may study for it, I may not. I don't know, who cares? It's just elementary school. It seems like you had no worries at all. You're just kind of there and have the most fun possible. I never really thought of grades and stuff as being really important. I mean, I did well. I did well in all the classes. I'm not saying that I was a slacker or anything, but I don't know. I just, whenever I have thoughts of elementary school, I never thought about homework. Like, whenever I remember it, I always thought about playing outside recess, having fun with my friends. And it was just like, we used to play tag, we used to play this game called Foursquare. Oh man, dude, I loved all that. Like, I miss it now because, like, the friends that I used to have, and this is kind of getting into a more, like, deep topic than I thought it would, but the friends that I had in elementary school, like, the good friends, like, that lived near me, I don't know what happened. I mean, like, I know you keep some friends or lose some friends, and some friends, you know, like, distance off, but, you know, every time I remember that, I have a picture of my elementary school. I may not, probably not, but I have a picture of my elementary school where we all just kind of got up on the jungle gym or the playground and we took a picture. And every time I look at that, I kind of remember and have thoughts about, you know, my childhood. And I kind of feel sad, like, thinking of that my friends that I used to be so close to, now I barely even talk to anymore. I mean, I see them at school every once in a while, but it's not as deep a relationship now as that I could go up and talk to them without feeling a little awkward. And I'm pretty sure all you guys has had this thing before where you know, you have that friend that used to be like your best friend in the world, but then after middle school, or not even middle school, but like maybe during high school, that you don't have any classes with him or anything, and you don't really see him too much, but besides after school, they kind of drift away from you, and you're just kind of like, it's now awkward to even talk to them or even look at them, really. I don't know why, I just feel this way. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, maybe you guys can relate to it, maybe you can't, but that's just how I feel about it. Now, on to the topic, when you get older, you think about being younger. Like, what I mean by younger is middle school, elementary school and middle school. I'm not talking about older as in, like, you're 35, you're going to be thinking about it when you're 15 and stuff. Actually, that's true too. No matter how old you get, you always think about how you were like when you were younger, and how, like, what the good times you had, what the bad times you had, and, you know, you kind of what's the word? You kind of relate. You know, you kind of compare, like, oh, it's kind of depressing to think about the past, because in the past, usually a lot of stuff happened that was good. I mean, like, I haven't met a person where they'll be like, yeah, dude, my childhood freaking sucked. I mean, like, yeah, I guess if you have, like, parents that are bad or something, I don't really want to get into that because that may be a sensitive topic for you guys, but most of the friends I know, they're like, yeah, my childhood was good and stuff. It's kind of depressing because they feel like it's better than what they're doing right now. But the thing is, what you're doing right now will be that same muse that you have when you're older. So let's say I'm doing this when I'm 16, I'm playing a lot of sports, have a lot of friends, and I'm doing well in my life. I have a good GPA of 4.0, and I'm doing well right now. I'm like, it's not necessarily too well, but I'm doing well. And then when I get older, like when I get older, I just remembers that song anyway. But when I get older, like when I'm 30 or like 20 or so, I'll be looking back on this day. I'll be like, wow, I had a lot of friends, or well, hopefully I have a lot of friends when I'm 20. Or what am I saying? That I had good friends, you know, reliable friends, and I was having a good time. And then like it's kind of it's hard to imagine, but it's kind of this continuous cycle that you think, like when you're older, you think about being younger, and then at the same time, at that same age, you're thinking about being younger. When you're older, you'll be thinking about that same age too. It's just a little bit of a thing to wrap your head around. And I hope you guys enjoy this commentary. I kind of lost sight of the topic, but you know, whatever. That's what I do. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys later. And remember, check out Joey Turtle's channel because he's a beast too. And subscribe. Yeah, thanks guys.